Okay, so welcome everyone to tonight. We are going to be talking about how to buy and own shares in big companies in 2025. And I want to start by sharing with you why I am doing this, because I think that a lot of the coaching content and information that I see in our space in this part of the world, so many of them are just informational, very theoretical. So I meet so many people in the course of my work who know a lot about many things, but they are struggling. I was invited to speak somewhere, and one of the people who welcomed me in that community was, this was about 9 a.m. By 9 a.m., this guy was drunk. He was reeking, of this local gin, but he started trying to show me how much he knew about the subject that we were going to discuss. And I found that this guy was well read. He was quoting Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich, like cover to cover. He knew all the principles, the 17 principles. He was talking about the mastermind. He was talking about, all of this. But he was drunk at 9 a.m. in the morning. He was stuttered. He was just not looking good. And so there's a very big gap between knowing and doing for most of us. And then the only way that we grow is to close that gap between what we know and what we actually implement. And especially when it comes to financial freedom and financial growth, coming out of financial struggle, it's got a lot to do with closing that gap between what you know, the theories, and actually what you do. And then many times, a lot of people come to my post on Facebook or in different places, and they are displaying so much knowledge, so much theoretical knowledge. And I find it really, really interesting because you are telling people what exactly works, but they're so much interested in theories, but their lives are not working. And I discovered that people would rather be right than be rich. People would rather be right about what they believe than be rich. And one of such experiences I've had a lot in our space in this part of the world is when it comes to the incredible wealth opportunities in the stock market. I'm even talking about the Nigerian stock market. Yes, the US stock market as well. We'll get a chance to talk a little bit about those, but I won't talk much about what I don't do. I want to talk more about what I do, what I know and do that work. The US stocks work. They're very good. The principles are the same I'm going to share with you. But I don't do too much of US stocks, but I can take your questions on those. But the reason I thought that this week we need to focus on it, that is urgent, is that we are just beginning the year and there are incredible opportunities already unfolding in the stock market. So this is a screen capture I made of my some of my portfolio in one house. So I use a couple of stockbrokers, but this is portfolio. This is as of today in one house. Now in one stockbroker. So when I told you that a friend of mine in the past 1 week made over 1 million Naira in capital appreciation in the stock market, I am that friend talking. Like I keep telling you people, I'm not rich. If I were rich, you will know. You will see the mansions, you will see the big cars and all those things that people see on social media. I'm not, but I'm wise. And I keep stressing that they are different. And I'm happy being wise because when it comes to being financially free, wisdom will serve you better than cash. because you can get cash today and lose all of it. But when you have wisdom, it stays with you and it helps you. And this is part of how I implemented my wisdom in the stock market. It works. See the percentages, the percentage gains you're seeing there. Actually, let me move this so that you see. And of course, I had to cover my small portfolio, so you don't see my small numbers. But this is just to show you. Those of you on Facebook, you're not seeing it. You're not seeing what I'm showing them on Zoom, but this is going to be available later to you on YouTube, so you can see what I'm showing the people on Zoom. And by the way, if you have the Zoom link, you're on Facebook and then you want to come on Zoom, we still have spaces. You can click on the Zoom link and then join. So, okay. So as of today, look at the percentages of gain that you see at the right. And those percentages you're seeing, most of them happened, like you can see UACN. UACN, 41.28% in a little over 3 weeks that I invested in that. And some of you will remember I was telling you to get onto to buy UACN. There are things that control these things. I know the human emotions are there that control the price appreciation in the stock market. Of course, the human emotion plays a very strong role. But there's also what you call the fundamentals, and that's the performance of the company. Because what you're looking at here, you're looking at people wanting to cash in on the performance of the company. Okay, wanting to cash in on the performance of the company. So in 3 weeks, within January, the first week, if you put in 10 million Naira in UACN, ladies and gentlemen, as of today, you would have 4.128 million, 4,128,000. Quietly, without anybody knowing what's going on. Quietly. In your small one-bedroom apartment. So I do not know why, you tell people stock market and it's total, I don't understand it. They are there arguing with you. Oh, Nigerian stock market, you don't make money there. You don't waste it. Go and put it in dollar. I do not understand. But look at what you're seeing there. In 3 weeks, if I put in 20 million, in 3 weeks, I'm having 8 million within 1 month. What is the argument about? And I don't know, your investment in Apple or Amazon will not give you this. And then, if that you had $10,000, then you invested it in Apple or in Tesla or in any of those ones in the US stocks. Maybe it will give you 3%, 5%, or something, even if it gives you 10%, which doesn't happen. Within 1 month, this is 40-something percent. So your $10,000 will still be $14,000 if you put it here in 3 weeks. So I don't know whether somebody understands what I'm talking about. And then the good thing is, I had to ask my broker, because I know many of you come from different countries. In Africa, the Nigerian stock market is, I think, the second most active in the continent. The other one is the Johannesburg. There is the one in Egypt. There's the one in Kenya. I don't know. I think the Ghana also performs very well. And ladies and gentlemen, we need to start investing in our continent. So I asked my stockbroker, and they confirmed that people from other countries, because I know I got requests, I got messages in my DM from somebody from Cameroon, another person from Sierra Leone, another person from Ghana. who wanted to invest in the Nigerian Stock Exchange. So they told me that it was possible. But I said to them, you know, online, if you need to invest, they will request for BVN. But people in those countries don't have BVN. They don't have NIN. They said that there is a special form which they fill, and that if anybody wanted to join from any African country, that they can join very, very easily. So after this meeting, if you are from a different African country and you would want to start playing in the Nigerian stock market, I can provide you some guidance. And especially if you haven't enrolled in the Financial Fitness Challenge, I think you're doing yourself some harm, because we are going to a level that I don't go publicly. So if you haven't joined the Financial Fitness Challenge, I think you're missing a lot, because we are going to focus on the financial markets. You will see why tonight. Because a lot of people know, they know a lot about, you know, their jobs, their career, and all that, but they literally have no idea about the incredible opportunities in the stock market or in the different financial markets I'm going to introduce you to tonight. And then I was amazed to discover that all the billionaires that we're talking about, all of them in your countries, in Africa, in America, everywhere, I'm amazed that these people, before your very eyes, are picking up their money. They're picking up these billions that they're making from the stock market, from the Nigerian stock market. Dangote can't be Dangote except the Nigerian stock market. Neither will Tony Elumelu, neither will Jim Ovia. These guys are there. Neither will Otedola. And then you can see how they are all fighting, buying shares, for instance, you know, quarreling about shares in, they did it, Tony Elumelu and Otedola, they did it in, I think it was Nikon. Now Otedola and a couple of people are doing it in First Bank. Why are these people buying shares? Why are they playing very strongly in the stock market, in the Nigerian stock market? Because that's where rich people make their money. And I'll tell you why. Because the bulk of the money, and I dare say over 90%, if not 95% of the money in the country, of the economy, is actually in the stock market. So you can see from my portfolio holding, for those of you in Zoom, you know, on Zoom, who can see that, you can see this ICO insurance. I invested in it in December. That's 43.38%. So someone can literally, through one investment, one good investment, you can pay your way through the year. You can pay all your children's school fees. You could see, if your children's school fees, for instance, are a total of, let's say, 5 million. Did you know that with one trade in UAC, look at all in GT Bank. GT Bank is 59%, 59.88%. You can see on my portfolio. Did you know that with one trade, one careful investment, you would have paid off your children's school fees from the stock market? Okay, see all of them. MTN was sleeping at 170 Naira for a long time. As of today, MTN is 250. It's 250 Naira. Okay, so I just wanted to show you that these things are practical. I'm not talking theory. So when I come, I don't like, you know, dragging with little boys online, you know, whatever. And then my own wealth creation principle has patience in it. So I don't also want to communicate or miscommunicate that I'm showing you a get rich quick thing. No, no, no. No, I don't want you to think that what I'm showing you here is a get rich quick thing. It is not. You still have to do a lot of learning. Okay. Somebody on Facebook is asking, can you drop the Zoom link? I think we should be able to do that. Just hang on a second. Copy invite link. Okay, I have done that. I have done that. So you guys can, so Chukwuka who was asking, yeah, Chukwuka, you can see the link. So you can join. So you see the presentation I'm making because I'm about to talk about the financial markets and then it will help you to see the slides. Okay. All right. So how far, how is this going? People, is this making sense to you so far? Those of you on Zoom, just type in the comment section. Type in the comment section. Is this getting very interesting for you? Okay. And then later, I'm going to open this up for questions. Okay. And then we can talk. But now just keep your microphones muted. All right. So what I want to do, first of all, is to talk about the financial markets. I want to prepare the background. I want to prepare the background, about the financial markets. And then, the Igbo ancestors had an adage, very, very powerful adage. They say, in Igbo, they say, Owabo Ahia. If anybody understands Igbo, you can write it, just type it in the comment section. Owabo Ahia. So basically, they are saying that, if I understand it correctly, because these things are difficult to explain in English. Basically, please mute yourself. Mute yourself, please. Mute yourself so that we don't kick you out of the Zoom. Cohort 4, mute yourself.
Mama, some.
Okay. All right, please mute yourself so that you don't get removed. He just got removed. Okay. So, Wabahia means that the universe is a market. The universe is a market. And it is important, for your financial growth, your wealth creation, to look at the universe indeed as a market. Market because transactions are going on every single moment. Every time you make a choice, you have just traded something. So it's a market because every day is a trade. Every breath is a trade. So when you come in with this mindset, it will help you to understand the financial markets. Your choices are trades. If you go out there to buy a car and then you buy Toyota instead of a Mercedes, it's a trade. If you say no, your child comes to you and says, Daddy, I want to have an ice cream. And then you say no. That no is a trade. Yes, it's also a trade. So the world is a trade. Now, there are 4 major markets. There are 4 major markets. But do you know the interesting thing, which is actually why I want to talk about them? Most of us only deal with one market. So there are 4 markets. So one, you have the financial markets. The financial markets are where you trade capital and assets. The financial market is huge. By the time you combine stocks, mutual funds, crypto, Forex, you are talking about more than a $10 trillion market. And then every single day in the Forex market alone, at least $5 trillion exchange hands between institutions and retail traders. So it's a huge market. It's actually where the whole action is. And very few people even understand that. You know how much VCs and fund managers make? So you hear about the vanguards of this world. Who are the other people? There's Vanguard, we know very well. There's the BlackRocks of this world. Then you hear about the VCs, and then you hear about most of these banks. They all trade capital and assets.
Assets, exchange, labor market, human.
Abuchi,
So,
mute yourself, please, so that you don't get removed. So, financial markets, that is where capital and assets are traded. And that's where very few people actually play there. Now, there's the labor market, which is the one that most of us know about. And this is where human work and expertise are traded, you know, your career, your certificate, the things you learn from school. So that's the labor market. Now, when people graduate from the university in this part of the world, they go for what we call the National Youth Service. And then after that youth service, they enter the labor market. Labor market. So most of us know about the labor market. And then 9 out of 10%, 9 out of 10 of us are in the labor market. The 9 to 5. That is where the least of the money is made. That's where the least of the money is made. Because no matter how much you earn in the labor market, especially in the days in the dispensation, that's why our topic is talking about 2025. The labor market, just working on the labor market is not enough. Do you know why? In the labor market, you're trading your time and your effort for money. You are trading your skills, trading, in fact, literally yourself, because it's talking about human work. You're literally trading yourself, trading your skills, trading your certificates for money. The problem with that is that when you are not present, so it's a one-to-one relationship, it's action, reaction, one-to-one, one action, one reaction. You work, they pay you salary. You stop working, you stop earning salary. And this is why where the beauty of the financial markets lie. Because in the financial market, it's no longer you working for money. It is now your money working for you. Remember, in the financial markets, that's where you trade capital and trade assets. And so when you earn salary, you do not consume all of it. That is a secret to playing in the financial markets, coming out of being entirely in the labor market into the financial market. Because if you spend everything you earn, then you will never escape the rat race. So your financial growth path should involve scaling from the labor market into the financial market, coming to a point, where your money begins to work for you. I meet people who have done this, people who were introduced by their parents because they knew about it. Like somebody was introduced by his parents to stock market. And then he said he started like 20 or something. This gentleman is like in his 40s. He does not need to work any other day in his life. Okay? Now you have products market. That's where finished goods and services are exchanged. And China is amazing. China has such a very huge share in the commercial market, in finished goods and services. Okay? Then you have resource markets. This is where raw materials and resources are traded. Okay, so everyone type in the comment section, like everyone, don't unmute yet. There'll be time to talk. Type in the comment section, which of these 4 markets is your primary market? Like, where exactly are you making the most income right now? Everybody, take a moment and type. Which market are you playing in? Mostly, is it financial, labor, product? resource. Small businesses can fall. It can fall in product market. It can fall in resource market because ultimately you are giving goods and services, providing goods and services, or you are producing raw materials like some of us, who are in agriculture. All right, so I want to take a look at the comment section. Just, okay, labor market, all right, labor market, all right. So most of us are in labor and product mostly. All right, so you're actually in the right place, where we are talking about the financial markets, because very few of us are making a major income in the financial markets. Most of us are in the labor, 8 to 5 p.m. market, all right, resource market. Some of us resource market with trading raw materials like cocoa, cassava, okay, tomatoes, pepper. All right, very good. Okay, so that's why my intention and my desire for you is to start playing in the financial market so that you can begin to have your money work for you instead of you working for your money. Okay? Now, why financial markets? Because financial markets allow you to grow your money over time. There were stocks I bought for my children almost 20 years ago. They've never been sold. They've all finished. They've all left the university years. And then the last time we looked at that number, where the small amount I invested for them at that time, and I look at the numbers today, I think if I remember correctly, first Access Bank, I bought for them when Access Bank was like 2 Naira. It was like 2 Naira, 2, 3 Naira, 2, 3, 4 Naira. That's when I bought for the children like 15, 20 years ago. And then today, Access Bank, I don't know what Access Bank closed at today. I think Access Bank is close to 30 Naira. So it grows your money over time. And then people are talking about inflation. They say, oh, no, invest in dollar, don't invest in Naira. But I have just shown you my percentages that if you really know what you're doing, the financial markets will help you to outpace inflation by several orders of magnitude. Do you know that people who know what the financial markets are and who play in it, they love inflation? They love inflation because other people are screaming, they are crying, inflation, devaluation, and all that. But these people who know what they are doing in the financial markets are making a kill. They make more money. So when you are crying, they are smiling. Okay. All right. So it fuels job creation and innovation. That's what the financial markets do, because when you're investing in the financial markets, you're actually investing in the economy. For instance, recently, the banks have raised money. They issued, they raised money through rights issue. And then some of them are still going to raise. MTN also has some commercial papers. They raised some billions of Naira. As they are doing this, these people are able to, the companies are able to employ more people. They're able to fuel more innovation. They're able to keep the economy going, over time. Because investing in the stock market in your country is actually directly investing in the economy of the country. And of course, when you invest in bonds or treasury bills, you are also providing funding for the government to run. Okay. So, and I like this particular one, passive income. So you're earning income through dividends and interest. It's just amazing. It's just amazing. You buy like the federal government bond, and then they pay you twice I think it's twice or every quarter. I don't invest in bonds because I think I have a bigger risk appetite. But they pay you 4 times or twice in the year. I think it's every 6 months they pay you. So if you invest 10 million and then in the federal government bond, and then the interest is 18%. So it means that they are going to be paying you for the 10 million, they will pay you 1.8 million. So every 6 months, they will give you 900,000. Then at the end, the maturity date of the bond, they will give you your 10 million. Isn't it neat? And so it can help you to actually, it can help you to plan your finances very well. It can help you to plan your cash flow. Okay. So the financial markets are places where buyers and sellers trade financial assets, such as stocks, bonds. And then you know about the stock market where you buy shares. Then there is the bond market where you loan money to government or to corporations. There's a commodity market where you trade physical goods like oil, like gold, like uranium, like cobalt, like tin, like wheat and maize. Then, of course, there's the Forex market, which I'm revisiting this year, where you trade currencies. Who are the key players in the financial markets? Investors. That's you, myself, and also institutions, fund managers, banks, pension fund managers, mutual fund managers. So these are the players in the market. The companies issue shares, they issue bonds. And then you have the regulators, okay, like the Securities and Exchange Commission, which regulate the activities of the financial markets. It's very, very highly regulated. That's why, like a few days ago, the federal government came up with a circular warning the public not to invest in a particular company that is floating some investment schemes. It's highly regulated. So anytime you play with unregulated brokers, you risk losing your money. And I have written about all those things in my book, How to Invest and Earn in the Nigerian Stock Market, which is available if you have not done it yet. Okay, so this is by way of introduction. Okay, this is by way of introduction. So at this time, I can take your questions and then answer specific things that you would like to know. But there is a bull run in the market right now. And I think your first step is, if you haven't registered with a licensed stockbroker, that is what I'm going to encourage you to do this night. You can actually do it online. I have videos on YouTube that show you exactly how to do that. And that video, I believe, is also on TikTok. I believe it's also on Facebook, but you can easily find it on YouTube. If you go to my channel, if you haven't subscribed, do so right now as we are talking. Actually, let me put the link on the chat. And then look for because I don't want us to spend time doing that, just telling you about how to open an account with the stockbroker, because I've already done that. So we can spend the time doing something much more useful. So it is right there, and it shows you step by step how to. Okay, I've just put it on the chat. Okay, so you can subscribe right now. And then after this, it takes you step by step, with images on how you can open your stockbroking account. And if you're a foreigner, you're not a Nigerian, but you want to invest, then what I need you to do after this is send me an email to ogbo.ogbo@gmail.com. And then I will just forward you the email from my stockbroker and connect you directly so that you can open and start trading in the Nigerian Stock Exchange today. And the reason is there are good times to enter the stock market. There are good times to buy. There are times that it might actually be very, very high because the hype in the market might sometimes push the stock prices of a particular company beyond the actual value of that company. But this is a good time to get in. For instance, companies like the banks are doing very well right now. And then if you enter like Wema Bank, I bought Wema Bank today. Wema Bank was below 10 Naira just a few days ago. It has started rising. Today alone, I think it's done almost 10%. So like if you buy tomorrow, that's a good time. I think it's trading at about 11 Naira now. So Wema Bank is a good one. Presco, I think is still good. I bought Presco late last year when I also told you about Presco. I bought Presco at about 485, about 485 or 475 Naira. As of today, Presco is 580 something. And I still, because they did very well, you know, in their financials, I still see Presco doing a lot much better than this. I won't be surprised if Presco makes a bull run way up to 800, 900, or even 1,000 Naira from where it is right now. So it's a good buy. Zenith Bank is good. Okay. I have been doing dollar cost averaging for Zenith Bank. And so my dollar cost averaging, buying at different times and at different prices, I think gave my Zenith Bank, I don't know the figure, but it's at 30 something Naira. I've been acquiring. I think it's about 30 something Naira. Today, Zenith Bank has hit 50 Naira or so. And we still do that because their financials are very good. So these are some of the recommendations I can make. The banks are actually doing very well, all of them. They're actually doing very well. UBA, First Bank, and I like MTN. So these are some of the stocks that if you have an account, you can buy tomorrow. You can buy this week. Because when they start making their, when they start declaring their corporate action, which some of them will do in February. Corporate action is when they declare their dividends. When they declare their dividends. Usually at that time, the prices are so high because a lot of people have bought who want to take advantage of the dividends. Then at that time, people who have had very massive capital appreciation, like I bought UACN at a total of 25 Naira. I bought some at 23 Naira, bought some at 24. So the average is about 25 Naira. I bought UACN, and as of today, UACN is 36 Naira. So you can imagine going from 25 to 36 Naira within 1 month. Yeah. So I made a kill, and I told you guys, some of you remember, I told you buy UACN. And during the Financial Fitness Challenge, I will be doing a lot more recommendation because one of the goals we want to accomplish during the Financial Fitness Challenge, I want everybody there to start playing in the financial market, one financial market, whether it is stock market or it's Forex market or mutual funds or exchange traded funds, whatever, everyone, I'm going to require everyone to start investing in the financial market because it's not enough. 9 to 5 is no longer enough. I don't need to tell you people that, okay? All right, so I think that this is where I can open it up for questions. So any question I can answer because I am not an expert. I am just a doer. I'm just somebody doing it. So I'm not like an economics professor or something. I have done this for 2003 to 2025. So this is over 21 years, late 2003 to 20. So this is over 20 years that I have been doing this. So I don't know much. I don't know too much. I don't even know the theories a lot, but I just know, what I do that works. So what we can do, you can type your questions here. And then if you also want to ask a question, you can raise your hand and then I will recognize you and then you can speak. This is just for those on Zoom. Those of you on Facebook, you can type your question. I'll take a look at that. So we have a couple of minutes left. All right. Caroline, good to see you again. Yes, you can unmute and ask your question.
Yes. Good evening, sir. Thank you very much for the insightful session. Please, I have been thinking, if you have a limited amount of money to invest, would you advise to put it in one item? Like if you are investing in the stock market, maybe like food or beverages or bank. Since if the money is not enough to spread between bank and then maybe beverages and all that, what would be your take, sir?
Okay. So the way, if I'm in that position, I will first of all look at my investment objectives. I would ask myself, am I investing for the short term or the long term? Now, so then the amount also matters. So first of all, if I'm investing for the long term, it will be different. It may not matter very much. So I might go with diversification. But if it's for the short term, I'm just trading. Like I want to take advantage of like what UACN is doing right now. I want to come in into UACN. And then when there is further capital appreciation in another couple of weeks or 1 month, I will sell and solve a problem. Then you probably want to put it in one particular place because you can make a lot more. But if the goal is for long-term investing, I would diversify. In other words, I will not put it in one sector or one stock. So like in my investment philosophy, I invest in everything I use. I invest in everything I use. So because I use the banks, I invest in the banks I use. And now, so that anytime I'm using that bank, and anytime that bank charges me or charges people, I make money. I use telecommunications, so I invest in telecommunications. So, and except until last year where they didn't pay dividends, my dividends in telecommunications pay for all my data and they pay for all my phone calls within the year. The dividends I make from telecommunications. So you can see that that's a long-term thing. So if you're thinking about it long-term, you're thinking about, not touching the stocks, for another 3, 5, 10 years, 20 years. Warren Buffett, some of the stocks he bought in the 1960s, he's never sold them. So if I'm thinking about that, then I will now look at different sectors. So I'll probably pick from a bank. I'll probably pick from technology, telecommunications. I'll probably pick from health. I'll probably pick from beverages, FMCGs, and things like that, and then spread it. Because what I'm doing is I will continue to, as money comes in every month, I will continue to buy more of them. I don't care what the price is. That's what's called dollar cost averaging. So by the time I buy over a space of time, the price averages. So it doesn't matter how much it is if I'm actually looking at a long term. So I hope that helps. So diversify if you're looking at a long term. But if you're thinking about trading, taking short time gains, you probably you'll get more doing one stock. I hope that helps, Caroline. All right.
Very well. Thank you very much, sir.
My pleasure. Abraham, you can unmute.
Good evening, sir.
Go ahead, Abraham.
Okay, good evening, sir. Can you hear me?
We can hear you. We can hear you. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Thank you very much for this insightful moment. I've been following your videos on YouTube very well, particularly the one that you taught the class on how to open a stock broker account, which I followed your instructions and I opened an account yesterday, but I was unable to log in as of today. Because when you put in the message that we should try and get the stock, I tried to log in, but I could not get my login details because you used FSDH Capital. That was what I opened a broker's account. So I don't know if is there any way you can help me on that, because right now I'm currently struggling to log in.
Okay. What did they give you? When you opened the account, when you opened the account, did you get the direct market access?
No, they just sent me an email giving me a customer ID, which and now when I log back, I now try to log in with that details, but it's still telling me I wrong details, and I went to their frequently asked questions, and I also saw that they said if you don't have your login, you have to email them. So I tried to email them also. They said the message I got back was that if your email is not registered with them, they can't receive your email. So
I have
right
something.
now,
I have something on the screen. Is this what you see?
Yes, exactly. So I put in there's a number they sent to my email.
Yeah, that's your.
I use this number here, and I put in my password.
Okay.
After twice using the password, I used forgot password, but still yet, if I forgot my password, which I'm not sure if I did, but still have struggled.
So
I'm still struggling to log in.
When you went to forgot password, what happened? It asked you for your email address to reset.
Yes, sir.
And then did you get the reset email?
No, sir. Didn't get it.
No, you should check did you check your junk folder?
Not as at that time when I was actually doing that.
So do it and then check your junk folder. Sometimes it goes to that place. But if you don't find it, please contact them directly. I don't work with them. I don't work for them. I just use them, and I wanted to make it very practical. That's what I use. That's why I use their own, but I don't work for them, and I can't troubleshoot for them. But
okay, sir, I'll try it. Well, I've already started for the financial challenge, so I'm expecting that. But I don't just want to wait until that time.
Oh, no, you shouldn't. You shouldn't. And the reason for all of you in the Financial Fitness Challenge, I will start meeting with you this weekend by Zoom, because we don't have to. I want you to take advantage of what's going on in the market right now before, because by that 18th to 21st, most of the stocks would have gone very, very high. So I want everyone in the Financial Fitness Challenge to at least have an open account so we can start trading. Okay. And then what I'm actually going to do is one of the days we trade live, and I show you how to buy and then how to sell your stocks. And then I will also talk to you about what specifically to buy. Okay. And then we discuss investment objectives. But I need you to get your account opened and funded. Okay. And then I see some of you in the Financial Fitness Challenge already who are registered. I see some of you here. Dr. Ellie, I see you here. So Dr. Ellie, I know you're from Liberia. So what you will do, send me an email. All right. This is my email. For those of you outside the country, this is my email address. So I've just put it in the chat. So if you send me your email, I will actually, okay. No, what I'll do, you are in the Financial Fitness Challenge group. So I'll just send it. Yes, I'll put it there, Dr. Ellie. For all of you, and then Abraham, I'll put the email for those of you outside the country. I know a couple of you from different countries are the Financial Fitness Challenge. I will send it to you then. I'll just forward it to you there. And I think I could even we can even do something fun. I'll see if I can get my broker during one of the sessions to talk to you and answer a few questions. I think we'll have fun. All right, Abraham. So
Thank you very much, sir.
Let me know how it goes tomorrow, Abraham, so that if you don't get it solved, I'll give you a specific person in FSDH to guide you through, because I need you to have that account opened and funded. You fund it so that we can start talking about what do you buy? How do you structure your portfolio to align with your financial vision? That's what I want to do with all of you in the Financial Fitness group. So everybody that's in the Financial Fitness Challenge already, please get your account opened by tomorrow latest. Let me start giving you some stock recommendations and let's start having some time around that. Okay, there's iPhone. I need you to put your name so that I know who I'm calling. So iPhone, your hand is up, but and then this other one, TechnoSpark 7P. Change your names.
It's me, sir.
Who is me?
Anthony Peter. That's my name, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. No, but iPhone is before you. Who is
okay, sir?
Yes, sir.
Who is Mr. or Mrs. iPhone?
Yes, it's me, sir.
Who is me?
Isaac Success.
Okay. All right, Isaac. What's your question?
Yeah. All right. So I think it's an oil company stock. And for the past almost 10 to 15 days, they've not made there's not been any move in respect to increase percentage or whatever of that is being made over there. So I intend to sell it. And I've tried severally to sell it and
Yeah.
I couldn't go. So I had to send them an email. So they said, according to their email, the problem is that the selling I'm looking for a way to put it. The amount I want to sell might not correspond with the amount that is available for sales. I think that's the summary of the email. So I don't know if that is visible in the stock market. So that's
which one is that? What it is? Which company is that?
Seplat.
Okay, just Seplat. Okay, okay. No, I know Seplat. I didn't hear it first of all. All right, just hang on a second. Let's see what's going on with Seplat. Okay, so this is right. So when you register, like all of you in the Financial Fitness Challenge, this is what you're going to see. You can do with FSDH. The reason why I love them is I see this thing called DMA enabled. I hope all of you can see that. Okay, see DNA enabled. DMA is direct market access enabled. Now, this allows me to trade. It allows me to buy. It allows me to see what is going on. It also allows me to see market news, like some of the information that you need to be able to trade. You don't just buy stocks. You need to make research, okay, you need to also look at the market stats and all that. So that helps you to make decisions. So this is what you're going to see if you register. Your own stockbroker, whichever, it mustn't be this, can also give you this. All right, so you talked about Seplat. So Seplat. All right. So I can now see Seplat as of today. The last price was 5,700. Is that correct? 5,700. That's crazy. I didn't know there's I didn't know there's a stock in Nigeria selling for 5,000. Yeah, but that's what I'm seeing here, okay? And the days range was the same price. You can see that the range, it opened and closed at the same. So there might be something going on with Seplat. Then I can see the 52-week highs and lows. So what this basically says, like in the past 52 weeks, the highs and lows of the different I don't see the highs and lows of Seplat here. So, but there's something going on about Seplat that you need to research a little bit more, because sometimes I can see that some volume was traded today, 52,230 were traded today. So there was no change in the price, just like you said. How much did you buy? Do you remember?
I bought eight shares.
No, I'm talking about how much the stock price.
Okay, I think I bought at the 5,005 or so,
Yeah.
or 5,780.
Oh, the same 5,007. Yeah, you can sell. You can sell it, but it's just that you can sell it because if you sell, there are some charges, which the broker and then the SEC fee and a little bit of all those. So it might not be exactly how much you bought it that you're going to sell it. And I remember myself, late last year, I had to sell my Nigerian breweries, because my Nigerian breweries, I had bought Nigerian breweries at about 48 Naira, and then it fell to 27. No, 37, and remained like that for a long time. It never went up. So I lost so much money, hundreds of thousands of Naira, because I sold it and I used the money. When I saw what was happening in UACN, I took it. I sold at a loss. I also sold my Nestle at a loss. I bought Nestle at about 1,100. Nestle fell all the way to 800 and something, like 890. I lost hundreds of thousands of Naira. But when I saw what was going on, I had a decision. Now, they are good companies. They may still come up again. They are having issues, and especially because of the devaluation and, the Forex challenges. So many companies in manufacturing did not do very well, but they will pick up. So I had a choice. Should I just leave my Nigerian breweries, and should I leave my Nestle for maybe another 1 year? Because for like 1 year, it's been like that. I said, no, let me sell it and then take advantage of all that. So this is how sometimes you rebalance your portfolio. So I had to sell at a loss, and I reinvested in Presco and then in UAC. And now the money I have made within this last month in Presco and UACN alone, they are like, it's like already 3 times what I lost in selling Nigerian breweries. So I lost in one, but I gained 3 times in another one. So sometimes that's how you rebalance. So you might do that for your Seplat, okay? Sometimes in investing, you lose. You don't always gain. You lose and rebalance the portfolio to something else that might be more useful. I hope that helps. Okay, TechnoSparks. What did you say again?
Anthony Peter, sir.
Okay, Anthony, yes.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Good evening, sir.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yes, sir. My question I want to ask is, for our Nigerian Stock Exchange, at a minimum of how much can one start with, at least to be okay, at least a minimum of how much? I have other series of questions I want to answer. I see, let me ask this first, sir.
No, even if you have, it doesn't matter. Even if you have, I've bought 700 Naira shares before. I've bought even the WEMA. I bought it. I bought several times, So the WEMA bank I bought today, it wasn't. I didn't buy in the millions. So if you have 3,000, if you have 5, if you have 10, if you have 100, you can always buy shares. Just that if the money is small, if it's like 10,000, then maybe you can think about buying one instead of spreading it into different shares. And then as you increase, you add more stocks. So if you have like 10,000 Naira, you can say, all right, you want to invest in, if I have 10,000 Naira, like as of today, I will put all of it in WEMA as at today. Okay. As at today, okay, I'll put all of it there. And then I continue to build that portfolio. Or if I have 20,000, I can put all of it in Zenith Bank and then continue to build, because Zenith is a very, very good stock. It's a very good stock. If I have 50,000 Naira, I might decide, okay, let me put it in MTN and then continue to build on that. Then as more money comes, I can diversify, add other portfolios, because you don't want to have just one stock, okay?
Okay, sir. Another thing I want to answer is, for example, I have been in trading Forex, although my learning curve has been taking some time, lengthy time, but however, it is one area that I have been in for some time, sir. And what I want to ask is, in Forex, when you buy, if it goes in your direction, you make money. And when you sell, if it goes in your direction, you still make money. Does the same thing apply in stocks? I don't know
if you're
okay,
trading.
sir.
So you're talking about shorts, shorting, right?
Yes, sir. Going short or long.
Yeah.
Does it apply in stocks also?
If you're trading, yes. If you're trading, but we haven't reached the like in the Nigerian stock market, we haven't reached the sophistication of technical trading that you find in the financial markets yet. And then we haven't reached the sophistication of also things like options trading and some of those other derivatives. But you can do that in American stocks. If you're using any trading platform, same trading platform, the same things you do with stocks, you can do with currencies. The same things you do with currencies, you can do with stocks. The technical analysis are all the same, like this big book I have here. Okay, so it's dealing with technical analysis, in the
financial markets.
Financial markets, yes. So financial markets, whatever it is, you're trading futures, you're trading options, financial markets, the technicals and the fundamentals are very, very the same.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
So another thing I want to answer, because actually I don't have much knowledge on when it comes to stocks. That's why I found this very important, sir. This meeting this evening, sir. And then what I want to ask again is, from your view, what you are saying, our broker here in Nigeria does not have like MT4 platform where you can use MT4 to make certain and.
Oh, we do. That's what I just showed you. It's not that sophisticated as MT4 yet, but we do have direct market access, and in fact, the Nigerian Stock Exchange, for instance, is gone so far compared to what it was when we started more than 20 years ago. It's advanced significantly. So the direct market access, you can actually trade directly as the market is opening. you can trade directly. Before, even 15 years ago, 20 years ago, if I needed to buy shares or to sell, I had to go physically to the stockbroker's office, my stockbroker FSDH. They are still in the same place they were, when I started using them. I was working in Chevron at the time, early 2000s. I would have to drive to that Odunlami Street, Niger House in Marina, go there,
Yes, sir.
fill a form, demand form and all that. It was very cumbersome. Then I think it was even a little later that they started accepting, you can sign it and then scan. It was very cumbersome. But today, I stay in my house and, buy shares. I was in the United States traveling with my wife and family a couple of months ago. I was trading the markets. I just needed to know when the market opened and then when it closed. And then I watch, I can see the price movements. I see the ask and the bid. And then I know that something's about to happen. I mean, like when I was seeing the ask and bid of UACN, I would see ask would be like 1 million and bid would be like 9 million. I knew that there was something serious going on and I wasn't wrong. So we don't have the sophistication of trading view or MT4, MT5 now.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, we don't have it in the stock market, in Nigerian stock market. We don't use candlesticks right now, but I'm very, because now NGX, I have seen moves that they are making with artificial intelligence. I won't be surprised that that is coming, but I'm saying that what we have today is enough. It's a lot. And ladies and gentlemen, I don't think that 1% of Nigerians, I heard yesterday that Nigeria is 230 million, we don't even know how many we are. Some say 216, 220. Someone now said, who should know better than me, said it's 230 million. Do you know out of these 230 million that not up to 1% play in the stock market? It is huge. It is huge. And the rich people who are actually playing in it are very, very quiet about it. Just enjoying their play, allowing you to continue to kill yourself in your 9 to 5 and people are quietly making money there. See what I just showed you. See what I just showed you. Imagine if you had 100 million Naira and then you put it in UACN last week in December. By today, you can offload and then that your 100 million Naira becomes 141 million. 41 million Naira in 3 weeks. Where do you make that kind of money? And there are people making it quietly and they won't tell you. So what we have is good enough, all right? And then with your knowledge of the technical analysis in MT4, you can bring it into the Nigerian stock market and make a ton of money. All right, I think I'll be able to take 2 more before we let go. Okay, so let's have Joe Toms and then Chukwu, then later Chukwu, and then we can end it tonight. Some of you are asking how to join the Financial Fitness Challenge. I have put it there in the chat. Good thing is when you join, there are 2 things you're going to get immediately. You're going to get this, because many of the questions some of you are asking are already in this book. Okay, but if you don't want to join, you can buy it. It's available for 10,000 Naira. You can buy it right now. But this book actually answers all the questions, that you need. It's actually like a step-by-step manual that helps you. So, but if you sign up today and join, you will get it for free as a bonus. I'm going to show you something else you're going to get as a bonus. But you see, starting with your investment goals, what is the stock market? How does it work? Finding a trusted broker. We even have lists, okay? How to buy your first shares, how to manage risks, when to buy, when to hold, when to sell. These things are all there. Like you're looking at finding a trusted stockbroker. So there are even things that guide you, and there are recommendations of stockbrokers you can use as cardinal stone. And there are reasons I put these ones that you can't go wrong with any of these stockbrokers. So all these things are in the, with their contacts. They are all in the book. So you can get it today. The other thing, those of you in the Financial Fitness Challenge already in the group, there's one more thing I'm going to give you tomorrow morning that I would like you to feel. That is the goal, your financial goals and your financial plan for 2025. Some of you already bought it. It's 7,000 Naira. But when you register, you should have it free. You don't need to go and buy that again. So you will get this automatically when you join. So the goal is at the end of this challenge, everyone should have a stock market portfolio, except you don't want, okay? Everyone should have a stock market portfolio that you start growing. I want to wean us from the labor market, because that's where many of us have played, you know, for like myself, I'm going to be 60 years this year. And then if I didn't know about it, that's how I will be struggling in the labor market up to today, you know, looking for who to sell services to, can you imagine if I depended on coaching alone? So let me tell you something about what happened to me last year. Our coaching in this part of the world in Nigeria, people don't really appreciate it. They do not appreciate, you know, just how powerful it is. So it's not a profitable profession. And I'd known it for a very long time. And I tell you, if I had depended on coaching alone, hunger would have finished me. But the financial markets have helped me a lot. There's no way, because, you know, coaching, my one-on-one coaching starts from $300 an hour. How many people, by the time you convert your $300, that's getting to like $500,000 for a session of 75 minutes. How many people understand coaching enough to be able to pay you that? So you can see it's not. So I have very few clients, mostly CEOs of companies, you know, who have worked with me. And yet, but I myself, I'm paying people in America as much as $10,000, you know, for coaching. I paid Billie Jean is marketing that. I paid Jennifer Deep-Streeton. We had 8 sessions at $500 each, 8 sessions of 1 hour. I paid her $4,000. I paid Dean Jackson $5,000, and I even had to travel to Florida to be in his mastermind. So I pay because I understand how. I'm certified executive coach. I certified in the United States. So I know how powerful coaching is. I know that something that could have taken me 5 years to acquire, that one session with a coach would do that for me. Here in Nigeria, that's how I grew. I call, some of you know Chioma Ifanyeze. If you're on Facebook, you will know her. She's doing extremely well. I just called Chioma, hey, Chioma, I'm struggling. In this area, how much is a session with you? She gave me, and you know, some of you know that Chioma is not cheap. She gave me the number. I said, okay, your bank account, and I paid her a couple of sessions. And then what I did with Chioma for those sessions, I wouldn't have been able to. So it did 2 things for me. One, it validated things I was already doing. And then because she was ahead of me, you know, in some particular area, it also helped me to see what I would have struggled to learn in 2 years. In those sessions, Chioma Ifanyeze just gave. Does anybody know Chioma Ifanyeze? Anybody? Just, yeah, if you do, just type yes.
Yeah, we know her. We know her.
Yeah. I paid her. I paid another guy called what's this guy's name? I saw what he was doing. He ran an ad that was doing very well. Okemena. Omoyibo. I didn't know the guy, but I saw he was doing well online. So I called him. I said, please, how much is 1 hour with you to show me such and such? And the guy showed me one. And then after that, I was able to start making money online that I had not been able to since 2007. I was trying to make money online. I didn't until I paid that guy to coach me. So when we are running something like this financial fitness, people have no idea why you need to attend such things. My mentor, who is going to be 85 years in March, he said to me, we were taking a walk one day, and all of us, he just said, Ogbo, that nobody, 85-year-old man said, and he was extremely successful. He is extremely successful. He said, no man can become financially free except another person shows him. It's not joking. It's not joking. That's why when we do things like this, people, I just don't understand it. Nigerians, just struggle to spend money on their brain, as long as it's not something physical. If you give them a watch and tell them, okay, this watch is 120,000 Naira, it's easy, for them, it's something they are touching. But you say, okay, attend the financial fitness challenge, 4 days of income acceleration to develop this. They don't see, because it's not something they will eat or something that they will ride or wear and show. I've never been able to understand it. So I would really encourage you, join the financial fitness challenge, and let's do these things practically. Okay. All right. Okay.
I didn't hear what the 85-year-old man said.
Please mute yourselves, communals. We're hearing everything you're saying. Okay. All right. Okay. Let me take one more. Joe Toms. Joe Toms, on mute.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Go ahead, please.
I wanted you to show us or give us further information on how we can get into the challenge class, the FB challenge class.
Okay, let me do that. Let me do that.
And then I have a second one now.
Okay. All right. So you can screenshot this, because you can join that challenge right now. You don't have to wait till tomorrow. So, oops. Okay, so there's early bird going on right now. It's going to end on the 4th of February, which I think is next week. The fee is 120,000 or $120. Early bird is 100,000 or $100. It ends on 4th February. So if you're in Nigeria, you can pay to Union Bank account. These are the accounts. All right. So let me also put those accounts in the chat. Okay. And then I will also put it for, okay, Muhyiddin on Facebook is also asking the same question. All right. So this is the account. Once you do, you will get access to those bonuses. And then I'm going to start meeting with the group even before the 18th. Okay. Now, when you do that, send the evidence of your payment to this WhatsApp number. All right. And then you will receive how to join. Okay. So I hope that helps. You can screenshot that. Okay. So that we can move on to the next question. So you can screenshot. This is how to enroll in the Financial Fitness Challenge. Okay. I will also put it in the comment section again. All right. What was your second question?
I have sometime, I think 2-3 years ago, somebody really asked me to, I think he was trying to introduce me to the stock market, and he told me to get registered with the Zenith brokers. That is, the Zenith Bank has their stock brokers too.
Okay.
And then I did that, but to be sincere with you, I don't even know exactly what has happened to that account. Is it now? Can I now go back to really reactivate that? Will it be in line, or will I have to look out for some other stockbrokers?
You can do either. The good thing is that your stock is not lost, because it's not domiciled with the stockbroker. Your stock is actually domiciled with CSCS, is the equivalent of the central bank for stocks. So your stocks are there. The brokers are just that's just what it is. The brokers are just like middlemen that get you there. So you can reactivate with those same brokers, just approach them. Your account is still there, just activate it and get access to it. Your stocks are still there. Now, on the other hand, you can open with another stockbroker and then tell that stockbroker that you want to consolidate all your portfolio or your stock investment, and then they can do that, for you. But it's not lost. That's the good news. Okay, and these are some of these little problems I think we can solve practically during the financial fitness challenge, for those of you who have that issue.
Finally, sir, I want to request for your email address too.
Okay. Where did you join from? Did you join from Facebook or from LinkedIn? How did you hear about this?
I came in from the Facebook.
All right, so DM me. Okay. Okay, just send me a DM on Facebook, okay, and I'll respond. All right.
I saw one information you were giving, but the thing went off. It was saying ogbo.ogbo@gmail.com. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. Yes. I sent it there for people who are from outside Nigeria who want to open accounts so that I can forward something to them. Yeah, but if you want to contact me for anything, just DM me first, and then we can take it from there. Okay. All right. Okay. This is where we are going to end tonight. We are continuing tomorrow. It's for 5 days, and it's all going to be investment.
My hand has been up since Ogbo. You didn't give me a chance.
Chukwudi. Chukwudi. Okay. Chukwudi. All right. Let's take you before we round off.
Okay. Good evening. 2 questions. Is there any explanation why Dank Sem and Buasem have been on decline? They have been posting losses for over 60 days now. Secondly, how or do you know any app through which I can use for foreign stocks like US stocks?
Yeah, so these are some of the things that we will handle later, so like tomorrow. So let's pack that one till tomorrow. Yeah, so Dangote Cement, I also have exactly the same situation. Okay, so the price has been holding for some time. So I'm not exactly sure what is going on. I can find out and then report to you tomorrow, but usually there are times that SEC suspends the trading of a particular company. So maybe there's some kind of merger going on, or maybe there's some kind of court process or dispute or something. I think something similar happened to Nigerian breweries for a long time. It did not trade. But in terms of posting losses for the previous quarters, what affected Dangote Cement is something that affected most manufacturers. The devaluation of the currency and also Forex, because all these businesses that had Forex components, suffered a little bit, because it doesn't matter how much you made in Naira, by the time you take it back to dollars, it becomes a loss. That was also what happened to MTN last year. So MTN, I don't remember the particular figure, so don't quote this. But MTN's revenue was higher, higher than the previous year. But because of the devaluation, it was lost. So something that should have been profit became loss. So for instance, just to use a very simple example, let me say MTN made 1 million in 2022. By 2023, they made 2 million. But because the value of the dollar had gone from 500 Naira in 2022 to 1,700 Naira in 2024 or something like that. Even though they made a bigger figure, which was 2 million, it was still a loss compared to, and because of it, they weren't able to declare dividends. So the same thing happened to Dangote Cement, to Nestle, to most of these manufacturing companies. But tomorrow we'll talk specifically about some of those. I'll be able to find out some information. Okay. All right.
Okay.
So
finally, sorry.
No, Chukwudi, we have to go
the
right
final
now.
one. Just the final one. I want to ask somebody if you bought new shares in the new year, or you are just buying shares in a company that have declared profits as at 31st December, will you be eligible for the dividend?
It's when they usually, before, when they declare the corporate action, they usually have a date. They usually have a date that they close their books or their register. So if you bought before that date, yes, you'll have the dividends. Like if you're buying right now, most of them have not declared corporate action. If you're buying right now, you'll very likely get the dividends. Okay. All right. So thank you all for tonight. We are going to use the same link tomorrow and then bring some fresh ideas around the stock market. So whatever happens, keep showing up because you just never know what's coming your way next. See you
Same time tomorrow.
Same time, same link tomorrow. Good night.